Hey friends, welcome back. I am Jen Sorensen and we are diving into another Disney Dudes soap video today. We are channeling Peter Pan. That's right, we're heading to Neverland. We haven't done anything from the movie Peter Pan just yet, and on a day when it's snowing again, I decided this would be a great one to share with you because I don't want to be an adult and have to clean up the snow. I'd rather be a kid and go play in it instead. So I think Peter Pan was onto something. I talk about that a little bit in the video. So instead of hearing me talk more right now with just my face, why don't you hear me talk while we make some soap? We do something a little different this time while channeling some of our old techniques for this particular soap. So why don't we go see right now how it's made? All right, I say we jump right in and start making some soap. Let's add in our lye, water, and sodium lactate mixture. And we will blend this up. That just comes together so nicely with the formula that I use. I like to look at the shaft to see if it breaks up, and it's not. It's staying together, so I know it's pretty well mixed. Now, I'm gonna do sort of something similar to what we've been doing, but I'm gonna mix it up just a little bit. You'll see. So we're gonna divide things out here. And I don't need a ton of that one. I think I want the top to be a little bit bigger than the bottom. All right, that works for me. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put these two off to the side here. And we're gonna work with the bottom layer. So what I am thinking here, and I'm just gonna get this out for right now so I can work with this. I want to scrape down the side here. Now, if you read the title of this, you know we're doing Peter Pan. And with that, I wanted to do the bottom, kind of the darker green. So in here, I've mixed up a green. I have a combination of cappuccino to make it darker and evergreen. Just, you know, a combination here to see what we can get for a nice green. And I mixed it with olive oil. It's a little bit thick, so I try not to use too much olive oil here. But I want some nice pigment. And I like to do this because I like to make sure that the micas all get really distributed, especially with my darker colors. I just find I like the way it works better. All right, we're gonna add some fragrance oil. Now let me tell you about this. I'm trying to think of a fun fragrance oil, and I thought about the reef and where they go and the island, and that's where I found this Paradise Reef scent. And it just smells really tropical. It does, it smells like you're on some tropical paradise island. All right, let me pulse this up a little bit and we'll go from there. I like that color. It's rich, it's dark, it's got some good pigment to it. I am happy with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my stick blender, and I'm okay if a little bit of this green is on there because the next color is gonna be another green. Let us grab our brambleberry mold here, and we will pour the first one in. I will do this a little bit of giving it a little bit of a stir to make sure all the corners are done. We've got everything in there, all the little nooks and crannies. All right. There we go. This, like the fruitiness to this, it's a combination of fruity and tropical flowers here to it. Probably one of the more feminine scents of our series, but I think it's that fruitiness gives that juvenile scent to it that we all associate with Peter Pan. And that's why I think this kind of works well with, you know, you got tiger lily and stuff. So I think there's a little bit of lily scent to this as well. It just seemed appropriate. Okay. I'm gonna leave that off to the side, give this a little shimmy so it flattens out, and we are gonna leave that there. Now, for our top and bottom, I mixed a combination of shamrock green, so it's a much brighter green, and I added literally like the tiniest hint of the cappuccino to make it so that I can darken it up just a touch. So let me put this in, and yeah, this one's thick too. Okay, get this in, and then we'll get the fragrance in as well. Okay. It's funny, there are so many great characters in Peter Pan. I almost feel like Peter Pan gets overshadowed at times. You know, you've got Tinkerbell, you've got Hook and Smee and Wendy and Nana and the Lost Boys. Like, it's like, oh yeah, and then there's Peter Pan. Okay, how is that coming along? Excellent. Okay, I think this should be a really good green. It's looking good to me. And then, of course, we are going to add a little bit of Trial by Fire red to the top here for Peter Pan with the feather. I just thought this would be a good one to use. But also, you know, I've talked about this before where I really like adding contrast. So red and green are opposites on the color wheel. If you look at a color wheel, you've got, you know, the colors in a circle, and red and green are opposite each other. Because when you get the other two primary colors, blue and yellow, so they kind of form a triangle, that green is in the middle. I can go on and on about this stuff here, but you probably don't want that. All right, and let us add some more of the fragrance oils to these here. Let's see. That's good. Okay. So the thing that I want to do different with this is I want the bottom to set up, and we're getting there. I'm just kind of using this as a whisk. I don't think we need to do anything. I was worried about the fragrance oil, but I think we're good. So I'm going to tap this out. Drip, drip, drip. Okay. There we go. And we will mix this up. I gotta say, given how the past year or so has been going, I think Peter Pan was onto something with never wanting to grow up. Like, I think he was onto something because, yeah, I would much rather be a kid out playing right now, although part of me is also glad I'm not in school right now with everything going on, but man, this adulting thing is rough. Okay, how are we looking here? I like how liquidy these are staying, so that's helpful. We're still a little liquidy here, so I think I'm gonna pause for a second, let this harden up a little bit more, and then we'll come back, pour the top, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna try and use my hanger swirl, just the top, to get a little wispiness of the feather. So stick around and we'll do the top pour and then we'll cut into this. All right, I think I like what I am seeing, and I'm looking at the screen, and this is not as dark as it looks on the screen, but it is a nice dark green. So I think it's gonna work well. Let's start by pouring this. We're gonna flood this on using the spatula. Okay. And that's just to hopefully make it not break through, but we might, if when we're using this hanger swirl, we'll see. All right, let's get some red in here. Ooh, look at that. Whoop. Well, that spot may have a little bit extra, but whatever. All right, let's give this a pour. I kind of want to push that red around there. Okay, let's keep going here. Excellent. Let's get some green. does kind of look Christmassy. Maybe I should have added a little brown or something like that to, although it still then would have looked like the base of a Christmas tree. I don't know. I don't know. The scent is definitely not Christmassy. All right, I think I'm gonna save some of this red for the top. Yeah, I'm gonna save a little bit of this red for the top. Let's pour the rest of the green in though. Okay, let me get all of this in. We need some more in the middle. Okay, yeah, and you'll see why I wanted to save some of the red for the top. Okay, getting there, almost. Okay, I'm really trying to scrape this bowl. All right, that's about as good as I'm gonna get. Well, my video shut off of me, so I have no idea what you just saw. You may have seen me pour this, you may not. We'll find out when I go back to edit. All right, I'm gonna take my hanger swirl and I'm gonna go into the drop swirl that I just did, and I'm going to kind of, I'm not gonna go down too far, just a little bit, and I kind of wanna just do some swirling just to make this look a little more wispy. And I was very careful with how far I went down. Hopefully I did not break the plane, but we'll find out when we cut into it. All right. Put that in the sink and we will wipe my fingers here. And let us finish off by adding some drizzle of red here. Let's get the middle and the end. All right, I need to know who is your favorite Peter Pan character, because there just are so many awesome characters in that movie. Are you a Tinkerbell fan? Or I'm gonna tell you what I think of Tinkerbell, and that she is a complete brat, and I can't believe Disney tried to make her a thing for so long, to make her, because if you don't know, what they basically did was like, oh, let's make the fairies like the next thing after kids, girls, but I say kids, grow out of the princesses. Dude, she's a brat. She throws a tantrum because she's not the center of the universe, and she's a brat. Hate me? Agree with me? What do you think? I just don't like people that, well, characters in movies that are so self-centric and are complete brats. It's just not my style. I can't do it. And Tank, you drive me crazy. All right, that looks good. The question is, do I pixie dust this? You know, the scent is a little bit more feminine anyway, so I think, let me see, what do I have here? Ooh, I think I have a green. Where is it? Where is it? Yes, I do. What just fell? What? I have an Emerald City duster here. Let's try this. Add some green to this. Yeah, okay. And this will be a little bit of like pixie dust here, but a more sophisticated form of pixie dust. All right, I like that. And I can't forget, I have to, where'd it go? There it is. I need to add some rubbing alcohol so this doesn't get soda ash. All right, let's see what this looks like, how that feather swirl looks when I cut into it very soon. Is it a Christmas tree? Is it still a Christmas tree? Or is it Peter Pan? And I don't know if you can see, there's a strange like line in between them of the green that's really dark. It's kind of interesting. So I'm really interested to see what this looks like when I cut into it. Full disclosure, I've waited like 3 days to cut into this, so this may be a little tricky. We'll find out. Okay, maybe not. It's cutting like butter. All right. Blah. Okay, let's see how this top turned out with that swirl. And if I broke the plane at all. Ooh, you guys, that's funkadory. So where it looks all muddied, it's just got these really fine lines of, let's see, yeah. You can see the fine lines of the wispiness, which is just very feathery. That's exactly what I was going for, that wispiness. Okay, all right. I see you, Peter Pan. You worked your magic. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, I'm not mad at this. I can get behind that. That's funky. That almost looks like a Christmas stocking. Oh boy. And hold on, I haven't even talked about the scent so far, a few days in. That smells really nice. I don't even remember what the scent is. I didn't look it up. But it just smells nice and fruity and fun and just really, really enjoyable. Oh my gosh, I was kind of nervous that I was going to break the plane at the bottom with that green. And when I was doing the swirl, I like to mix up where I do my cuts the second time to kind of give the wires equal love and not constantly put stress in the middle. And there is the final, ooh, that's fun. The final one. What I think I'm gonna do is with some of these bigger chunks on the end, I'm gonna start pulling together packages of like 4, 6 end cuts so you guys can get a sampling of some different scents and you get some, you know, good size bars. So that's what I'm gonna be doing with these eventually once I get a good mix of them. But yeah, ooh, okay. That was fun. I liked cutting into this. I will check in with you very soon to see how these cured. All right, I love the swirls in this and how wispy it turned out. There's the other side, which I don't know if you can tell. Look at the weird color morphing on the bottom. So I noticed that line when we originally made the first one. Well, look at the other side of this one. It's morphing even more. And this is almost 4 weeks from when this soap was made. So this is gonna be listed very soon. It'll be up before you guys see this video, so you'll be able to buy this right away. But it's just fascinating how the color has shifted. And I actually really like how the real morphing has made it much darker and stand out. So fascinating. The fragrance has clearly done a little bit to it. It smells very nice. It smells fresh, fruity, but like there's definitely those lily undertones and a few little bit of muskiness, just like ever so slight. It just feels really balanced and it's kind of light. It's not overpowering. It's not super heavy. It's just kind of a really soft scent that I think a lot of people are going to like. I think you're going to like this. Let me know down below. But what I really want to know is what we talked about in the video earlier. Favorite Peter Pan character, and I need to know your thoughts about Tinkerbell. Should I make a matching Tink soap to go with Peter Pan, or is she not your favorite? I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments. Make sure you give this a thumbs up and follow along because we've got more Disney dudes and some fun stuff coming up. Otherwise, I will see you guys real soon. Make sure you get out there and create something really beautiful. Have a fantastic day.